Again.
Oh!
Oh!
What a save!
But the Aussies are on fire.
Pretty sure that was a penalty.
Hey, apparently they're gonna. I reckon. Listen to my prediction. They're gonna get up 2-0. They're gonna lose 3-2.
Oh, that's a piece weak shot, bro. She has to go back. She has to go far post.
Yeah. I love how we watch girls playing and we think we become coaches.
No, but seriously, because the
Nah,
keeper's going this way.
No, but the defender did well. Oh, Maron, what are you doing? Hey, like, comment, subscribe, share, do everything you gotta do, man. It goes a long way, trust me. You like my shirt? Get straight into the episode. We got a lot of things to talk about, boys. This is like yeah, Mehmz. I don't know what he done, cuz.
What did I do?
It's not on.
Oh!
I cannot perform in these conditions.
Do you know what conditions your ancestors performed under?
Yeah, they've
Very harsh.
made a lot of clothes and stuff.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
We're starting fresh, huh?
Nah, I'm living that in there. Hello and welcome to the couch. I'm Mehmz. That's Suey. And that's TK.
You know, our click-through rate's gonna go straight in the bin with that intro. Straight in the bin. They're gonna be, who's these boring
It's
guys?
like-
Fucking stay and watch the thing.
Stay.
It's like 3%.
We're here to talk to you about football, UFC, and maybe a bit of boxing because I'm not a big
Throwing
boxing.
it back to when we used to mix all the episode,
Yeah,
all the sports into one episode.
Where's Adam?
Yeah, we need Adam. Adam, somewhere with the police, bro.
Love you, Adam.
Love you, Adam. We love you,
He
Adam.
doesn't even watch it.
Adam's still in the hearts of us, bro. Yeah, because he's not in it. If he's not in it, he's not watching. We're here, man. We're back. We're talking about some football. We're going to talk about the UFC. Mehmz and TK are going to take us away with the UFC knowledge. They just bought tickets to the Sydney 291.
293.
293. So 299 was the one that just passed.
Subscribe because I can't make my rent payments after
Yeah,
paying for those tickets.
honestly, Uncle Dana, what the fuck, man?
That's the first thing we should talk about.
Yeah, $500 for the cheapest ticket. No, there was some for $200-300, but bro, $500 is what you're paying minimum.
For
But that's
decent
not-
seats.
That's not bad, bro.
oh, no,
Brother.
that's ridiculous,
No, it's
bro.
not bad, bro.
What do you mean that's not
Sorry,
bad?
but I've been to Kudos Bank Arena and paid $80 to go in for some gigs, bro. Like,
Okay. What I'm saying is UFC is one of the most anticipated sports right now.
He's pulling up heads
It
here.
never, ever gets here. Like, it never comes to... They never do anything in Sydney. They've done it in Perth. Even Australia. It's,
All right, so what? You want us to pay for their flights to come here as well,
no,
bro?
it's not that. I'm with you all the way. I want you to save all the money in the world, but I understand why the prices are like that. Because Dana White doesn't pay his... He doesn't even pay his boys, bro.
Look, back in the day when it was Adesanya and Whitaker in Melbourne, tickets were $150, bro.
What was UFC back then compared to now? True. It's on a different scale, bro.
Yeah, true. It's great.
Like let's be real.
The sport's grown.
Like, if the A-League one day becomes amazing,
Yeah.
the prices will never be than what
I
they
just
were.
don't like this American method of treating your fans like customers.
Yeah, but
more
guess
than
what?
fans.
He doesn't care because
Welcome
he knows.
to the Glazer ownership model.
But
It's
he
like
knows.
NBA model. is
But
what
but
that
Dana
is.
White knows, cuz he knows no matter what, brother. People gonna get
You're
upset.
paying the,
You're
bro,
gonna pay.
no
it,
matter
you're
what,
gonna
it's
go.
selling out. No matter what, it's selling out.
What was it
Bro,
like-
it doesn't have a headline and it's sold out. There's no main event.
Because Australia has.
And it's
we
sold
don't know
out.
what we paid to watch.
Yeah.
That's one reason why I never bought tickets with you. No,
Like,
but
is it in Strickland? Is it Covington and Edwards? Like, what are we
we don't know
watching?
what it is.
Yeah.
But that's not that, bro. It's just I don't know. Australia really never really
This
has
rate,
these
us two might
events.
be getting in the ring and being the main event.
Because when we have a boxing event on here, yeah, which is not even Team Zoo, everyone goes berserk. Everyone's watching Australians because, bro, we lack that. Like our sports are all like, rugby league, AFL.
I understand that, but like how you... I don't know, because there's two sides to this. Because it's a smaller arena, do you go a bigger stadium and have cheaper tickets? Or do you go a smaller arena, more expensive tickets?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
To be fair, yeah, because the tickets we paid for, even though they're fucking expensive and it's the cheapest ones, it's still good seats.
Yeah, like you're still
It's
seeing
a
pretty.
smaller
pretty.
arena.
Can you imagine if it was at Accor and you
I don't
had
know the
those fucking...
Remember at Marvel Stadium, they had
Yeah.
the garden chairs, bro?
Yeah,
that was-
and they had the fucking nosebleeds all the way up top at the back, like you couldn't even see the fighters.
So where's this at?
Kudos.
Kudos. Is that's next? That's in Homebush, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little...
Yeah. Well,
stadium.
that's pretty good, bro. I don't know, man. I think we pay for it because we're desperate because we never really get to watch it.
Yeah.
But I've always told you I want my first, or like I'm not being bougie or anything, but I'd love to. Not even my first. I'd love to have a UFC experience overseas.
In Abu Dhabi or
Like,
Las Vegas?
Nah, bro. Vegas, Abu Dhabi, London.
Yeah.
I don't want to do Vegas for UFC.
I think it'll be too much. I think it'll just
Too
be,
many people?
No, but I think it'll be cool to see. Like you see people in the casino roaming around. You might see like.
Yeah, or you bump into McGregor on the blackjack.
Yeah, like that's priceless.
Yeah.
Like things like that we would never ever be able to have here. Like Ian Wright's in Sydney right now, and I'm burning. I don't know how I'm gonna go see him. Like,
Where is he?
I don't know. I think it was only here for 24 hours, but bro, Ian Wright, that's Uncle Righty, cuz. Like, you want to see him, you know what I mean? You want to at least shake his hand, get a photo, have a
I
conversation.
thought you were dead.
that was a great video, iconic video.
Yeah.
But man, I think it's justified, bro. And Dana White doesn't care.
He doesn't know.
That's
I
our
made the
conclusion.
calculations. 15,000 tickets at 500 a pop, which is the cheapest. That's 7.5 M's.
That's without the VIP and the table
yeah,
seating.
yeah.
and-
That's
Front row
7.5.
seats are like 11, 12 grand.
Yep.
So what was it in total?
7.5 M's for the cheapest tickets if
So
he sold 15,000.
I reckon he'll do about 10 million.
More.
At the gate,
More.
I reckon he might do more at the
More. 50, bro.
Fuck,
Yeah,
bro.
50.
What,
Including weigh-ins,
50
including press conference.
50 million?
Yeah, bro. That's 50. That's at the cheapest price. That's our price. That's if
He
everyone
said
paid.
7.5 million, yeah?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, think about it. There's tickets front row and like
11 grand,
like
12 grand
12
each.
That's
Each.
true. That's
Yeah.
very, very true. But how many of them tickets are going to sell for that much?
I think
Yeah,
there was like
because
a solid
Hey, you
1,000.
got to remember, we've got peasant money. There's people who've got like money.
Yeah, like, yeah, brother, what? I want front row. Yeah.
500 to me. 500 to me is what 7-8 grand is to them.
Yeah, it's the same kind of thing.
It's the same kind
It's
of.
like if we go to the wealthy people like the Saudis, like, yeah, we'll give you Henderson 700K a week. It's fine. It's nothing to us.
What fucking?
But to him, he's like, yeah,
That's
Liverpool
my kid's
captaincy,
allowance.
throw it in the bin. I gotta make my family some money, bro. But bro, I'm excited for you, bro. I'm actually have a bit of FOMO.
We're gonna get some content going.
But I told you I have a lot going on that month.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rustam's. He's wedding soon. There's been TK changed my name to Suey Rustam this weekend. Was it you that said it, Suey
I
Rustam?
think it was me.
Yeah, it was you because I've just been all week like trying to help him out in his house and stuff. So big celebrations on this Friday, then the wedding's next Sunday. So I got a packed out month, bro. But yeah, I got FOMO, man.
What do you think of the fights yesterday?
Ooh, I liked them, bro. It was pretty good, pretty interesting. I missed both. I missed the Derrick Lewis. Like when I must say I
A
missed.
lot of people missed that.
You weren't
fight.
looking.
No, I was not looking.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like on my phone, and I'm like, all I heard was Subhi and Hamza going, oh, and I'm like,
So-
what just happened, bro?
When I was watching that, if you pay attention to right before when Derrick was getting announced by Bruce Buffer, you could see there was a look in his eyes.
I think he was
Like
super
yeah.
focused.
He was like locked in, and I was watching it with my uncle, and I tapped him, and I'm like, bro, I'm like, he's gonna run out with some crazy shark. I'm like, he's gonna run out with an overhand or something, and my uncle's like, nah, fuck
Something
off.
he
Yeah,
never
yeah.
does.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, watch. Clapped, went, and he threw a fucking flying knee and knocked him to the floor.
But that was so great, bro. Well,
that's
that
like-
was
It was a setup. On
It reminds me of Masvidal's, but imagine 5 Masvidal's of body weight.
Weight-wise, yeah.
5 Masvidal's weight
Bruh.
wise.
and he has got to be one of the most. Him and Holland, I think he's more entertaining. One of the most entertaining people in UFC right now.
The most
Him, Bam
knockouts.
Bam. He's got the most knockouts, but forget the fighting aspect. Like his interviews are absolutely gold. Like you know when he took his shorts off, everyone like this is the crazy thing about UFC and having like being such a great sport and it's so marketable because everyone said the same thing as soon as the shorts came off.
My balls are hot.
My balls are sweaty or my balls
My
are hot.
bars are hot.
Yeah, like that's crazy, bro.
Is, you know, my
It's like when
balls.
Ari and Robin. It's like when Robin used to cut in. You knew what's happening, and like for me,
It's like a community joke.
yeah.
kind of
Or
thing,
when
yeah.
Bam Bam wins and the shoey comes out.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the first thing. Where's
Yeah.
the shoey? Like
Yeah.
that's why, bro. I always say this to you: the UFC. I'm not the greatest, most knowledgeable with it, but UFC is one of the greatest sports, bro.
Oh, bro.
To its consumer, it's unbelievable, bro.
Yeah, yeah. And the amount of events and the amount of good events they put on needs to be recognized.
And there's no like, I don't know how to say this, but there's no like, there's nothing political about it. Like, oh, we don't
Nah.
want this guy in
Yeah.
because he's like, you'll say 6ix9ine there.
Yeah.
You say Trump there.
Yeah.
You say the Nelk boys were because everyone's trying to cancel him and Steve Woodward's there. Like,
Bro, Joe Rogan's they tried to cancel Joe Rogan like 50 times.
yeah, and then Dana
he's-
Dana White's like, yeah, he's gonna have like a week or two. I feel be back.
Yeah.
It's fine. Like you know what I mean? It's very powerful, bro.
Yeah.
So-
They're the biggest endorsers of free speech. They're like,
And
whatever you
COVID-
say, whatever your beliefs are, whatever your politics are, we don't care. Just come fight.
just come and watch
Think
the fight.
about Dana's reaction after Izzy stopped the ring. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, Izzy said 50 N bombs. And
Dana's like,
Dana's like,
yeah,
who
yeah,
gives
so
a
what?
fuck? Yeah,
He can say it.
yeah, he's black. Who
Yeah,
gives a
but,
fuck?
that's one thing I love about Dana White is he doesn't care, bro. Like he actually does not care. It showed us in COVID when he just kept going, kept the show going.
Bro, that was crazy
First
to
one
me.
Like
to
if you
come
think
back,
about, he's the
remember?
first
Yeah.
sport, and that
It was a month in.
But
too.
think about the idea. Like this bloke was at home cooking.
Yeah.
And going, how can I have fights? How? I've got cameras. I've got the media company. How do I do it?
So I was
Where
listening
can I
to
do it? How?
It's crazy.
I was listening to a Joe Rogan episode the other day, and he said something about Dana White. He said Dana White is always working. He is always like in meetings, thinking about the UFC, thinking about fights. He goes, you can call him at 2 a.m.
He's awake, buzzing.
And and you talk to him about the UFC, and he'll stay on the phone talking to you about the UFC for 2.5 hours. Like, he loves the sport, and he's always working.
He's reaping the most reward,
Bro,
really.
yeah.
Because when he goes, I think the UFC has to have some sort of. They have to have a
throw
solid
a
foundation
question.
of people that can. What is that?
Who's a bigger, like, more influential person between these two? Vince McMahon or Dana White?
Dana White.
Nah, Dana White.
Dana White. Oh, actually, wait.
Vince McMahon is actually boss.
Wait, Vince McMahon
He's boss,
bought
lad.
the WWE for $1 million.
And he
And
sold
now
it to.
now it's a fucking $1 billion company.
He sold it to the UFC, didn't he?
UFC bought some rights.
Okay.
Yeah, some of them, but
Is he still in charge, Vince?
yeah.
No.
No?
Nah, I don't think
Vince
so.
had a little bit of a...
Oh, did he?
yeah, got a little bit
I
of
don't know,
trouble.
but that family like has been in that sport for so fucking
Well, he
long.
got off his dad, if I'm not mistaken.
No, not off his dad.
Not off
Was
his
it?
dad?
I don't know the exact
We're
story.
gonna
I'll-
change this
I used to
podcast
be-
name to the False Knowledge Podcast.
I used to be I used to love the WWE. That was
Oh, that was the sickest
oh
thing.
my god. And
Fox 8
I
on
used
the
to
Optus box everyone had.
I used to defend it with my
Yeah.
life.
It's real.
It's fake. No, it's not. It's real. Look, he's actually hitting him.
Bro, I will never forget the one where I think it was Great Khali and John Cena. And John Cena, that. But I think John Cena FU'd him. Was it called the FU? In my career? This is probably like 14 years
Attitude
ago.
adjustment later on, but yeah.
Bro, I was like, I could not believe my eyes. Or Jeff Hardy jumping off the top. I was like,
Oh
yeah,
my god.
the sickest thing
The
ever.
thumbtacks.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? You know where I was saying it's not real, it's real, and how we're defending. I don't forget. I was wrestling with one of my mates like when I was a little bit younger. Put me in a
We all
pedigree.
did that, yeah, just quite. Yeah,
Yeah,
we-
100%.
We all wrestled with, yeah, okay.
100%. I don't know, my judo, bro.
Yeah.
But
My judo used to FU
here's
me.
the thing. This is why I went through a point of thinking it was real. We're just playing around. He goes, "Let me put you in a pedigree." I was like, "Oh, cool. Put me in a pedigree, right?"
Oh, the worst one too, bro.
My nose already
The
hurts.
worst one too, bro.
Here's the thing. Like, in hindsight, now I understand how the pedigree works. When I was that age,
I didn't know.
I didn't know. Didn't know that the knees hit the floor before the head hits the floor. That's why it doesn't hurt the person
As much as it should.
who's copping it. My head hit the floor before.
Ah, my nose.
Bro, and I started a headache for 5 hours.
5
Was
weeks.
it nose first?
Nah, bro. It was my
Oh.
forehead.
Was your forehead?
Bro, my forehead just went doom. I was like, oh. And then he
That's-
goes to pin me. I'm like, stop, bro.
Remember, before every single year, like a WWE card, that message used to come on. Please don't try this at home. Please don't try this at
The
home.
goosebumps they used to
As
have.
soon as
eh?
it finishes,
Alright, let's get into the UFC, bro. You're getting up track.
sorry, that's like
That's fine.
So yeah, looks like I'll just start from the top. Pereira versus Yuri for the title. That's going to be a good fight. All MMA fans know that that's going to be two kickboxers, two authentic. And
So who's he
raw
fighting exactly?
Yuri Prochazka.
That was the hair
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, that guy. He is.
I thought his name. This is how much of a casual I am.
Yeah.
I thought he was who
Jan,
fought.
Jan
What's his last name? But
Blahovic.
I thought that was him.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
and I was like, oh, I was like, this is weird.
yeah. So Jan was champion before, and then Glover beat Jan. This belt's cursed.
yeah. You were
This
telling
belt,
me this.
yeah. Glover. Who did Jan win it off? Jan won it off.
it was vacant.
Yeah. I don't know. Jan knocked someone
What's
out.
the
to
what's
win
the
it.
belt? What's the belt?
Light heavyweight.
So is
So
the
John
light-
Jones's old belt.
So is the light heavyweight belt actually cursed?
Yeah. It's cursed.
Okay.
It's full curse.
And
bro.
run us through why it's cursed.
Since John Jones vacated that belt, DC couldn't hold it. He lost it.
It goes further back than that. I've watched the reel today. What
Okay.
someone was talking about. So they said John Jones won it.
Yeah.
John Jones lost it because of the
Testing.
the
Yeah, he got
drugs.
tested after the DC
Right.
fight, and they took it off him.
He lost it, right? Then he went and won the interim,
Yeah.
right? Then got stripped of his interim.
Yeah.
Beat DC, but then got stripped again because of a drug thing again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then DC won it. Then DC vacated it.
He went up.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
went up. And I think John Jones came back
Yeah.
and won it.
Against Gustafsson,
Yeah.
number 2.
Won it.
Gustafsson, number 2.
Held it, relinquished it.
Yeah.
And then once he relinquished it, what was it?
Jan won it.
Jan?
Jan's the only one that's defended it.
I think it was one defense.
Yeah,
against
Jan.
Izzy.
No, yeah, against Izzy. Yeah. Jan's the only one. He's
In the
defended it
second
once.
defense he lost. Or
Second defense, he lost against Glover. Glover lost it to Jamal.
to Jiri.
No, Yuri.
To Yuri.
He lost it to Yuri.
Yuri relinquished.
And then Yuri vacated because he got injured. And then
Then-
Ankalaev and Jan fought for it. Ended in a draw, so no one got the
Yeah,
belt.
that was
I'm exhausted,
Yeah,
Dana.
no one got
Dana,
the
I'm
belt.
This
exhausted.
is in 4 years.
And
as
then
well,
2
mind
weeks
you.
later,
It's hard for me to stay that casual, bro, right now.
and then 2 weeks later, Jamal Hill and Glover fought for it, and Jamal won it. And then before Jamal could defend it, he injured his Achilles,
And he's like, oh, yeah, take it.
and he gave it back. And then
then
now,
where we are now.
now it's Yuri versus Pereira for the title.
It's crazy, bro. It's a very cursed belt. Straight
a
up. You just
yeah.
confused the fuck out of me, bro.
Yeah.
That was
So it's had in the last 4 years, it's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
five
owners.
different owners. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, and none of them have lost. A couple of them lost it, but most of them have had to let it go.
Fuck, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah. So where
we
does
had
it go?
that was a pretty. It was pretty boring fight.
But did Jiri
Him and
defend
Pereira.
it?
Yuri never defended. No,
No? So, no, was that Glover fight where he beat Glover? That was the first title match?
that was the first title fight. Yep.
Okay, I don't know on my head. Oh, yeah, because Glover had won it and then never okay, never
Yeah,
mind.
Glover
Cursed. They're
Yeah.
just cursed.
Full curse.
So who gets the next curse?
John Jones did some black magic on that
Oh
belt.
yeah,
when
yeah.
he- before-
Some voodoo.
Yeah, well, yeah, when he's out on his benders, it's like, call auntie.
Tell her to put it on the belt.
The heritage came out of him, huh?
On Zinu,
You say it so good, that one.
on Zima.
Oh!
Oh,
Did
so
we
sorry, we're just
concede?
watching the. Oh, I thought she was gonna smack it.
So we're
Like,
watching the Women's World
watching
Cup.
the Women's
as well,
World Cup.
for everyone.
Sorry, eh?
Because this
we
is
are
where
supporting Women's World
Australia
Cup.
versus Canada.
Tillies up to Tillies.
1-0 currently.
Sorry, eh?
Sorry.
Sorry, eh?
So,
and then-
so
and then-
what is it now? It's Pereira and
Yuri.
Yuri. And who do you think win?
Bro, Yuri is such a crazy fighter.
He's so good. But
Yuri
Pereira
is-
is too.
Pereira is so scary. That's gonna be.
Cuz-
It's not gonna go the distance. One of them's getting knocked out.
You reckon it's gonna go in a KO?
Yeah. They're both kickboxers.
I think Alex wins.
You think Alex wins?
I just think.
I don't know. I find
think-
Yuri's style to be very like. If you watch Yuri fight, I'll try to put some clips around it of him fighting.
When you say it, make sure you do it. 'Cause
Yeah,
I've been
yeah,
getting
yeah.
told off by a lot of people. We want to see what you're talking about.
So he puts his hands down, and he just walks in front of you, just bopping and weaving his hand, and just goes bang and just fires off shots like. And you can't telegraph him because his hands are down, but his hands are down, so you can technically knock him out because he can't defend himself, but you can't get him.
You're in a sticky
The
situation.
reason
Yeah.
why I say Alex is I just think Alex is a cold, like, calculated killer.
Oh, he's so good.
Like, that's what it is. I think he knows how to find a shot.
Did you see how many times he wobbled Jan with a left hook? Like every time he hit Jan with a left hook, Jan was like, "Whoa,
Jan was out of it too, man.
Slow down, dude.
whoa, dude! What the flip?"
What the flip? That's the new saying, bro. That make me. Oh, I hate when you mention new things because it gets stuck in my head, bro.
Whoa, dude, it's in your head, dude.
I'm gonna be in a meeting tomorrow on site. What the flip? Contract done. See you later. I don't want you anymore.
Yeah, so that's for the cursed light heavyweight title. I think I'm gonna put my money on Yuri.
I'm gonna go Pereira, man. I like what you're going. I like what you're doing there, but I'm gonna go Pereira. I think it's his time. I think that's it. He'll win it, man.
I just think, like, he's not cutting that much weight in this division.
That's true. He
His
did. He
chins-
looked huge, bro.
His chin,
comfortable.
his chins. Bro, did you see he put back like 23
Yeah,
pounds
yeah.
overnight?
That's fucking
Like,
He,
crazy.
you know how crazy
He
that
looks,
is?
but that man's got buns as well. No homo pause. But man's got buns, bro.
That's a proper pause. If Cameron was here, he'll crucify him for that one, lad.
Pause, but bro, he's got buns. Pereira does.
That was
And
that was
then-
crazy.
And then the main event was just
That main event, bro, that shook me, bro. Like that.
Can I just say, I called it.
Yeah, you really did.
I called
I don't think
every-
with a leg kick. I don't
Huh?
think with a kick.
I called the knockout. I didn't,
Yeah, you called the knockout, definitely.
I called the knockout.
But bro, I think one of them was gonna knock each other out. Like
It's inevitable. That was inevitable.
that was like even they said it before. He's like, if the fight goes to 25 minutes or something, we're gonna speak about why it went 25 minutes in the ambulance later. And like, I was like, that's so cool, bro. And you know what? One thing before you get into the knowledgeable stuff, I respect them so much, bro. Like that,
If I have the handle after,
bro. Just because because like even before there's no trash talk. Like this is very rare occasion that it happens where if there's no trash talk, the fight has to sell. How are they gonna sell it? There's two blokes that respect each other, and like I don't know who said about who, but he's my favorite fighter ever, bro. Like he's so good, like.
He's a fraud. He said the same thing to Glover in the backstage.
Oh well, but like
Gaethje, remember Gaethje in the he's like, oh, I was just telling. Oh, go Gills!
Oh yeah! The Aussies are coming home. The Aussies are bringing it home,
I think they'll win it, bro.
Who the Aussies?
Yeah, I really think they'll
If
win
Sam
it.
Kerr kicks in, yeah, should
Yeah.
go.
Sorry, this is disjointed. We're watching the World Cup. We're
That's
watching.
fine.
We're doing our bit
Nah,
for
look,
the sport.
They're gonna get a
Listen,
Manchester United call here. They're gonna
What
get a
do you
match
mean?
in Naruto.
What are you talking about? Remember when De Gea
Yeah.
did his ankle?
And he's
He
like-
was just there. He's just there, and then the ball rolled past him. I was so mad, bro. I was so
Like, get up! I didn't care what's
I'm
happening.
running, care if you're hurt. Just try to save the thing.
Let's get into. I miss football talk, bro. I miss fucking football with you, TK,
Yeah,
bro.
mid UFC just.
Yeah, we'll
cut it
just
off.
okay.
Yeah.
No, so UFC was
She's
unbelievable.
on. She's on.
Nah, yeah, Gaethje was.
Gaethje, cold-hearted
This
killer.
is just abysmal, bro.
Shocking defense.
What's the keeper doing? The defending, the keeper there. That's not a foul.
Because if anything, it's a foul the other
If
way.
they're giving that a foul,
It should be a foul for the Tillies.
that save from the keeper
We'll be back
is
after
shocking.
this short break.
AI ain't gonna cut that out.
Anyways, back to the
Alright,
UFC.
so TK, what do you think about that Dustin Poirier and Dustin and Justin? Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
What you were talking about, the best part is afterwards when they were like, let's not fight again.
Yeah, like
They actually said to each other, let's never fight again.
because they know, bro.
Nah, we need the one, but we need one more.
Yeah.
That's why at the start in the chat I was like, I hope Gaethje wins.
Dana's
So
gonna.
I was looking at it from the one angle. I was
You're
like,
looking at Dana White's eyes.
You know,
eh?
and when Luca was here, we spoke about it too. He's like, bro, what a fight we're going to have. Like, what a fight it's going to be.
It ended too early, man. I
Yeah.
was spewing, but that's what we expect
So-
that shit from them.
but I do think in the prior to the head kick, Dustin was winning the exchanges.
You think so?
comfortably.
I don't think
Yeah, it
so.
was. Yeah. You what you said in the chat was right.
I think that Gaethje hit that leg kick 3 times before he knocked him out with it.
Yeah, but he
trying to
got
fix your
blocked.
mic, bro.
Sorry.
But you know what? I think what was different was the setup.
What the setup for what the whole fight?
For the leg kick, because I know what you're talking about. He hit
hit him
leg
3
kick,
times, yeah.
But Dustin saw it coming every single time because
Yeah.
you saw him like cover
Yeah.
up.
But this
cover
time
up,
he
cover up.
leaned in a little bit.
He leaned in, but then I think
Yeah.
that, like what they're talking about, that jab,
Yeah.
I think he's like, nah. He's not
Yeah,
gonna
you
throw
see
a
him. He
kick
dropped
behind
his
the
hand
jab,
for like a second.
and
he
then
just
just
went.
boom.
Yeah.
And you know what's the funniest thing about it? I seen a video of Usman after cheering.
Yeah.
And I was like, he knows exactly
Same-
what Dustin's feeling
Same-
right now.
Same arena.
That arena is
Same
cursed,
arena,
bro.
same sequence.
Crazy cursed, bro.
What are they checking?
They're
Don't
not.
let him bully your son.
Don't let him bully us, son. Alright, let's get into football, bro. That's what we want to talk about, man.
Yeah.
I'm J'd up
What do
because
you
I
wanna
want
talk about in
I want to
football?
hear Tanaka's point of view. First of all, I want to say Al Ahli has the deadliest front three in the world right now, right? All right.
I
Saint
just wanna
Maximin on the
say-
left, Riyad Mahrez on the right, Bobby Firmino in the middle.
At the beginning of all this Saudi talk, I said to the boys, boys, it's going to be long. They're going to sign everyone. And TK's like, nah, they're just going to sign washed up.
That's
old
my bad
players.
for me and you because
No,
I agree.
I'm not
with you.
apologizing.
No, you know, I'm asking for
You'll
an
never
apology.
apologise. We know that,
No,
Mr. Petty.
But like when you, not even being petty, but when you throw 700 million euros, pounds, whatever it was, at Kylian Mbappe and he says no, that kind of reinforces
He
my
said no,
point.
didn't he?
Yeah, that kind of reinforces the point I was trying to make, that they are going to sign players, but they're not going to only be worried when the likes of Mbappe, the likes of Haaland start going on. And I know what Ronaldo came out and said, he's like, oh, Jota and Neves aren't like old players, they're young. But look, what's their ceiling realistically?
Yeah, realistically, what are they going to achieve?
Like they'll be
Other-
solid for a
like-
team, but they're not gonna really be that stand-up big
know,
money player.
Who was in for Neves and Jota, that kid Ronaldo was speaking about specifically. And you look at the people that have gone, Alan Maximum, right? We love ASM, right? We love him. We love
Everyone
the way he plays
does.
football. But for the money he went at, like how many other clubs could have actually gone in for him and could have bought him for that money? A lot of other clubs.
Who
There
would have
wasn't-
wanted him?
There wasn't
How much was it? It was 30 mil.
Yeah, 30 mil. But that's my point. There wasn't a lot of competition. They're signing players. Yes, they're signing players that we might recognize and like, but realistically speaking, those aren't the type of players who you'd say are the top caliber in that positions. Like, all right, Mahrez, I get it. But look at what Mahrez is in his
So I
career.
feel like Mahrez is
Firmino?
finished, but
Yeah.
he's one of those that's the top in that position.
Yeah, but Firmino, well, again,
I
for
get what you're
example,
saying, but it starts like this.
It starts like
It starts like this, but let's now. I think what people do is they take a back. Listen, for me, I'm happy for the Saudis. You know, they're Muslim and they're bringing sports and they're bringing football to there. Like I'm happy because they have. I was at Saudi Argentina game and they have bro. When they scored that first goal they had, it was unbelievable scenes. Like, and you're in a stadium full of proper Argentinian fans. They haven't lost a game. The passion is there, but like I still think the highest. Obviously, it's an obvious thing. I'm saying the highest thing is Champions League football, European football. Like that's the top. That's the top of the top.
Yeah, and even putting it like this from this perspective, they went in for Messi. You know, he didn't go.
He didn't. No, he didn't go because me and Mem spoke about this the other day. The reason why I think Messi went to MLS when no one's going to the MLS, right? And it's not like a ducking or weaving thing. It's just the fact that he's closer to home, he's closer to his people, and he can be the face of MLS now, which he is, bro. Bro, the coverage, like I signed up to.
Apple TV.
I paid the subscription, bro. Not because I want to watch the MLS. I literally watch 90 minutes of it a week.
Nah, but straight out, Apple TV's got cracker shows, so
Yeah, they do. Nah, but you still have to subscribe to the MLS, bro.
yeah, I know. I
$20.
I couldn't do that.
I did that.
I'm not a Messi fan, but I couldn't do it.
I'm a
I
fanboy.
saw it open, I was like, nah, bro. Shove it.
You'll see the highlights later.
Was it?
No, but I'll tell you why. Because for the first time, I don't really want to make this about Messi, but you get to watch him just enjoying it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no like pressure. There's no high stakes. But bro,
Oh my
here we go.
God,
Another goal for the Tillies. They have to give that one, bro. They have to give that one.
She's
Surely.
got a double.
Nah.
Go on, Russo.
Is that Russo?
Yeah.
But as for me, there's still the pinnacle of football is Champions League and it's
Of
Premier
course.
League and
And-
it's even like the Syria, like because the Syria AC Milan done some big signings.
I know,
Bro.
and I think where I see Saudi getting involved in football, European football, is them buying something or investing into UEFA. The same way they did with PGA. I just can't see them taking top talents yet. Like when that happens, I said I'll have the conversation, but I wouldn't classify the players they signed as
They're finished
the
players,
top.
really.
Not finished. They're still good, and most of these players
No, but
could
as
still
in
cut it
like
in Europe.
as in like they can still be good, but it's not like someone that you hold your heart on when they left.
You know what I mean?
Like Mahrez, you're not really. I know we all love Mahrez, but
But he's done
But we
everything.
watch him play like 12 games a season.
And multiple Premier League winner. He's won a Champions League. Like he's won a like Mahrez has nothing left to do in England.
Yeah,
as
you have
far
to
as
look at
I'm
the
concerned.
players
You know,
goals as well. What
it's
they want.
different. If Saudi was out here signing Saka, they're out here signing Haaland.
Rashford.
If they're out here signing Rashid, if they're out here signing,
Then it's different, of course.
Your top players
But
as well.
I
like
gotta-
if even they took Salah now, I wouldn't put.
Yeah,
Salah.
that's fine.
And I'm not saying Salah's done, but I'm saying look at where he is in his career. Salah's what 30 now or 31?
33, 32.
Oh, there you go, even older. So like, you're not looking at Salah like you wouldn't be like if you're buying, you're not gonna buy Salah if you could and look to invest in the team like with Salah in the team.
Yeah, because it's
for the
it's
next
towards
5
the end
years.
of his what do you call it? But even the same thing as like I look at Henderson, right? And Henderson left. He's Liverpool captain, a big massive club, massive responsibility.
But look at where he is.
But he's won everything.
It was this year or next year for
That he was
Henderson.
done, yeah.
That's where
and he's won everything. And even Liverpool, like Liverpool could have not sold him if they didn't want to.
Yeah.
But they're like, look, like go, you know, you deserve it. I think it's more of a like two-way street. Like,
Yeah.
100% you deserve it because you've broke the drought for us. We've won titles with you, and we're gonna cash in, make a quick 12 M's of someone that's not gonna really be playing. He's gonna be a squad player.
Yeah.
So I understand what you're saying with that. But I got a question. How long do you think it will take for that to start happening?
What?
Let's say Saudi invests in UEFA and we get to a point where they're signing these young talents. Not the Vinicius and that, but like the players that are still young and they want to prove something in Europe.
It's not gonna happen because the Super League's gonna come, and I can see the Saudis being involved in the Super League.
So do you reckon the Saudis will have their say in that?
I think I'm more likely to see because the way that the Super League was supposed to be set up was supposed to be bankrolled by American investment. So Americans were going to get behind it, and they're the ones that were going to fund the whole Super League and the concept of Super League. I can see the Saudis going, nah, we'll bankroll it and fund it, and we'll give the money to those clubs, come play in the Super League. I think the Super League, what happened with it is or the clubs that are around now on the fence, we just delayed the inevitable. But I feel like in the next 5 to 10 years, Super League will come around. Why did UEFA restructure the whole way they do the UEFA Champions League other than the fact that they saw the threat coming from the Super League? And by
I still don't see it, man.
by pumping more teams into the competition, they generate more money, can give bigger prize funds to the teams.
And more
that are-
chances for someone else to win.
yeah,
it as well.
and then tell teams that they were gonna give by giving teams more money, giving an incentive to stay in there. You know what I mean? So I think the way I see Saudi getting involved in football and having these top talents is like doing a Super League, and that might
crazy,
involve having all their teams in there, and then they have like the top 4, 5, 6 English teams.
They structure it the way they want to.
Yeah, they'll structure it in some way, and I can see that happening and saying, "Oh, look, if you're in the Super, the winner gets like, let's say 500 million. Imagine that.
Wow, that's crazy money, bro.
That's stupid money. Like that. You're telling me the big clubs are gonna be like,
Nah.
like it's just inevitable. That's how I see it.
What are you showing me?
Oh, I fucking died. I seen that.
I fucking died.
But yeah, I don't know. Those are my thoughts on the Super League. I don't see it as a threat, just as a fear. I think what annoys me is more so this whole people taking this stance of, oh, the Super League can't do this, can't do that.
No, they can do a lot of things.
That's
I just don't see it happening because I don't even know what it is anymore. But I just feel like
And I'm still gonna stick
the
to my
foundation
original
will
point.
stay there.
And what's the thing? I'm still gonna stick to my original point that until I'm not saying Saudi Arabia has to do this, but I feel like until it adopts more of a Western culture, it's gonna be hard to convince a lot of players to come across.
I don't think so.
Because
I think money talks, bro.
I know money
Like
talks, but
Henderson
it's-
was an advocate for whatever it was. I don't even want to get into it.
Yeah.
And now he's playing in a country that doesn't
But
allow it.
I feel like Henderson, the reason he was an advocate for that was because he was the head of the Players League Association, whatever. Like, you know how we have the RPL,
Yeah, RLPA, yeah.
for like he was the head of that for
For
Premier
England
League
boys, for
players.
the Premier Leagues.
And I think when he's in that sort of position, you can't be against it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know if that was actually a reflection of his true views and everything. That
I don't think it is.
But I
don't
feel
think
like
it. I
because
think
of
I
his
think he's just trying to
position-
make everyone like he just wants it to be open for everyone, and I don't say like I don't feel like he owes anyone anything.
Yeah.
Because he's if he stands up for that, then I understand what you're saying because he's a leader. I don't think he owes anyone anything. He can go do whatever he wants.
Yeah,
bro.
he can do everything.
But you can live in that country and not agree. Like we don't agree with a lot of things, bro. But we live our life like it's normal.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying it's a big cultural difference. That's
Yeah,
how
they
I
have
look
to
at it.
change.
Like you have to adapt to the culture.
But
more
I
than-
think the players will adapt too, bro. Like
They
when I was
will.
in Qatar, bro. Like the no alcohol thing was crazy,
And I
bro.
don't even know how long the season runs for. I don't know how long the season runs for in Saudi, how many teams there are, or the structure of the league, if I'm being quite honest. So there is a chance that if the league doesn't run as long, or it's not that, like you literally just there to play and then you fly out when you're not playing and you go here and that.
Move
Because
around
think
whenever you
about
want.
like when people are flying Europe, we usually stop in Dubai or you stop through UAE or something like that. Like it's not like you fly straight, you know what I mean? So I can see that because of where Saudi Arabia is in the context of the world, like you can fly in and out just like
Yeah,
that.
I don't
And
think
that
it'll
might
be like
not
a
be
China
an
thing
issue,
too.
so-
I think they'll be successful, man. I don't know.
That'll be successful. I just don't think. Yeah,
It'll be as what everyone thinks.
I'm not convinced yet.
All right, let me ask you a question. Manchester United.
Yeah.
All right. People want to hear it. What's your thoughts on their transfer market so far? We got Mehmz back. All right, so because at the start of this,
Yep.
you told me that they don't have money,
Yep.
which you were right. But now they're spending 70 million on Hojland.
Excuse me.
What?
How do you spend 200 million and then claim you have no money?
No, they said they have 100 million to spend.
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh, yeah, but they're selling players. I was like, who'd they sell? I don't know who they sold. Elanga?
I haven't sold enough players to justify them.
Elanga, what, 7 mil?
15.
15 mil? Who else? Fred will probably go for
20,
20?
for lucky. But we also forget, boys, afterpay. Afterpay.
Yeah, but
You're not paying the money up front. That's the first thing. But when I say we don't have money, I'm literally saying we don't have money. Because if we had money, tell me why we didn't sign Kim and Jae. Like, and people are going to say, yeah, because Bayern got him and he probably wanted to go to Bayern more than United. But I'm pretty sure if we
no,
offered...
but more money
But
probably.
if we offered more money than Bayern, because that's what Bayern did to us, they offered more money than we did. That's why they got him. Like, would we not have got Kim and Jae? If we had the money, would we not be going to buy Harry Kane? Like,
Same
if
club.
we-
This is the same club that spent 100 mil on Anthony.
yeah, and I'm not saying, but even
no,
then,
but he's not justifying that.
but I'm not just
No, I'm not saying it's justifying.
I'm not
I'm just saying like you're reaping the rewards of what you've done in the past.
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that.
It's only different now
also,
because 10 hugs
yeah.
really at the end of it.
But it also doesn't help when your owners are taking out 60 to 80 mil every year on dividends. You put that over 10 years, that's 800 mil.
Yeah, it's
Do
a
you
lot.
want-
they've
do you want my hot
pocketed.
take? My hot take is I don't think Ten Hag survives the year.
No, I'm opposite, bro.
Yeah.
I'm opposite. Yeah, I feel like United are gonna have a very and this is not even reverse psychology. This isn't couch. I hope it is because I hate United, but I genuinely think if they get this Hojland deal done, which they will, because the player really wants to go there, and they get Amrabat, I think they're a quality side. bro.
That team doesn't hit the ground running, Suey. I don't care. I don't know what dreamland
But
we
you
live
have,
in.
no, it's not a dreamland.
but we're
It's not a
not-
dreamland,
here's
but
the
they
thi-
done
here's
so well last
But
year
here's the difference.
with
We're
what
not
they had.
restarting. We're not restarting. And that's the difference. Like, I understand where you're coming from, Mehmz, and I don't know whether it's you genuinely believe that or there's some level of bias and you're trying to trigger me.
Nah, I
Which
kind of
you're
believe
talking
it.
Nah,
I
he
kind
does
of
believe
believe
it. He has the same views off
But
the camera.
why would you say Ten Hag doesn't survive the season? Like,
I just
we have to capitulate. And
we're going off Man United's history.
yeah, but what's our history?
David Moyes. Well, who was after Moyes?
For now,
Louis Van Gaal,
Mourinho.
Jose Mourinho,
Ole
Ole
Gunnar
Gunnar Solskjaer, Eric Ten Hag.
Okay, do you want
Why
me-
is Ten Hag different to 1, 2, 3, 4.
Because out of them, he's the only coach that develops players.
Mourinho doesn't develop players?
Nope.
Hmm.
Tell me a player Mourinho's developed.
You don't think so?
I don't think Mourinho develops players. I think Mourinho's a good coach.
He makes players better, but you don't think he develops them from the ground up?
I
Is that what you're
think,
saying?
if you can name me 5 players that Mourinho
yeah.
got as kids, like absolute kids,
Did-
and blew up.
Didier Drogba,
I don't think you need it.
Samuel
I don't think that's the difference with Ten Hag. I'll tell you what it is with Ten
I
Hag.
was cooking.
No, I know, but you want to keep
No,
it?
No,
it's
let him
Didier
do-
Drogba, Samuel Eto'o, John Terry.
But those players were good in their
No, he picked them up as youngsters in 2004.
JT was at the club, if I'm not mistaken.
No,
West
JT
Ham.
was, but he was still
Wasn't
a
that
kid.
West Ham?
He was still a kid.
Wasn't that West Ham?
Nah, I think it should.
He was Aston Villa.
Aston Villa,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, but like that Chelsea squad, he can develop players, bro. He's developing Roma players. Look what he's doing at Roma.
Yeah, he's doing a very, very good job at Roma. But there's,
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, my rationale is what's the difference between why is Eric Ten Hag so different to the other 4? I don't think he is. I don't think he's anything special. And I don't think United have improved their team in any way.
I think Ten Hag is special. And
I'm agreeing with you,
And the
bro.
reason why I think he's special is because I don't see any other manager who could have done what he did last year off the season we came out of. So we came out of a season where Marcus Rashford was dog shit. And look, I've got concerns over Rashford at the moment, but I'm not going to get into that, right? But we came out of a season where Rashford was dog shit. We didn't have any good players. Our best player coming out of that season was Anthony Elanga. I was shining light. Right? I was sitting here and going,
Shout
you
out
know
to Zach
what, bro?
Halshot.
We'll be lucky to finish 6th this year, right? And that's what Ten Hag walked into. Ten Hag walked into mess, bro. Rangnick got kicked out of the.
But
club.
let's not forget
He
the
didn't get
players he has.
signings.
He has a Jadon Sancho. He
Yeah.
has like the midfield is light, but he has a Bruno Fernandes. He had good players. It's not like, and I'm not saying this to
No.
degrade Ten Hag.
No, I'm not degrading Ten Hag,
because
but
it's
I'm
hard
saying,
it's hard to unify a team, but at the same
that's the
time,
thing.
it's not hard to
He
improve.
did
off-
walk into that Ronaldo shit show as well.
Like, yeah,
Yeah.
What are the, no United manager had to sit there, bro? Can you tell me another manager that's had to deal with a player mugging them off on live TV?
I mean,
not live TV, on recorded
Mourinho
TV.
Mourinho dealt with a player that was mugging him off on the field, but that's another story.
Which player?
Lukaku.
No, but okay, I'll tell you what Ten Hag for me is special. He hasn't even started playing his brand of football yet, right? And to make Wan-Bissaka, to give him, it's the confidence thing for me.
And that's
it's so,
what I'm talking
it's sort
about
of like
development,
it's sort of
but-
like Klopp, yeah. Like
But that's what I mean about development. Like I can't see Mourinho being able to
No, I-
solve that problem.
I
where
agree
he
with
goes, Wan-Bissaka's not doing what I need him to do.
but
I'm not being given the money to go buy the player I want. So I
have
gotta
him
make what
already.
I
I have to make this guy
I have
good.
to make this work. I just can't see it. I feel like Mourinho would just throw the dummy and go, "Oh, well, you're not getting my
yeah,
player,
you're saying it
bro."
with Salah and De Bruyne. He's like, oh, fuck these people, this
Yeah,
shit.
and that's what I mean.
Nah,
like
but they were very-
if
there was
we
good
look
players
at-
in the
I know,
position.
yeah, but in hindsight, like Salah and De Bruyne, that's a great example. I didn't even thought about that. But like Mourinho, though,
Salah, yeah, not De Bruyne.
You
De Bruyne had no chance to play in that team.
Yeah,
I don't
but-
know.
That Chelsea team?
Yeah.
yeah, because
Like, let's be real, let's be real.
Look, even when they sent him to Wolfsburg, people were there were still people that were on the side of, nah, De Bruyne is better than anyone that Chelsea has right now.
You reckon?
There was people that thought that. I still remember because that
Who
was
was their midfield, bro?
at that time their midfield was when they were under
No,
Mourinho.
Mata was sold by then.
No, Mata was still there.
That's how Chelsea was peak,
Oscar
bro.
was there. I think
Os-
Oscar.
no, it was
Eden
Brab-
Hazard.
Oscar, Aiden Hazard, Mata,
It was
Matic.
Pretty solid
Nemanja
midfield.
Matic.
And De Bruyne wasn't
And
great until we got to Wolfsburg.
Fabregas. Yeah, but like look at like he was like a Conor Gallagher kind of position. Like you know,
But
I
my
don't
point
like,
is, if Mourinho was that good at developing, why couldn't he get the best out of those players?
that wasn't fully Mourinho's fault. There was a bit of Antonio Conte mixed into there as well.
I know, but but that's what I'm trying to say.
Anyway,
like, developing players.
United.
What about United?
You the transfer market you're having right now, for me, it's good. It's better than before, right? Because Onana, they wanted something and they didn't pay it. They paid what they wanted to. This is genuine. The Mason Mount one thing for me, I already spoke to Tom Mehmz about this.
You're already paying that much.
Yeah. Okay, that 60 M's is crazy. Not because he's a shit player, but because of the contract situation.
Yeah,
Now,
but
if you
then-
have the money, who cares?
Yeah,
it
I'll
doesn't
look at
matter
that,
because
but
if
let's
you
look
really
at-
want a player, you get the player. Doesn't
Fair
matter what's
enough,
happening.
But the Mason Mount thing, I'll look at it this like this. I'm pretty sure Declan Rice had 12 months, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but
Or
that's
2 years.
Declan Rice.
105 bucks.
And I don't agree
Harry
with
Kane,
I
Harry Kane is a 30-year-old with 1 year left on his contract. Spurs haven't even taken 80 to 90 million euros.
Yeah, but that's Harry Kane.
you know, I know that's Harry Kane.
What I'm saying
But
is,
what point do we say 1-year contracts, 80 million is not enough, but it's okay to pay it.
It just depends.
Mind you, 80 million's been knocked back. I reckon for Bayern to sign Harry Kane, they're gonna pay 100 to 120.
They'll pay
which I
120.
think is ridiculous
It's
for a
silly
player
money, but
for
guess what?
1 year.
No, but but at the same time, Bayern can keep him for 5 years. Like I think
Dangle the carrot.
I
Dangle the
don't
carrot.
think you get 5 years out of
I
Kane.
think you get 3 at least.
I think you're pushing it. The
Had a-
guy's got
had a-
ankle problems.
Kane in the Bundesliga.
This is the first season he had where he wasn't injured.
Yeah, I know that, but that's exactly right. He hasn't played a lot of his football still in him. You know what I mean? And I know what you're saying. The body can say
But
otherwise.
At 30, you don't.
It can be Naby Keita.
Bro, I'm
27.
27.
Don't get better. At 30,
I'm
they get
27
worse.
and I'm like, fuck, I miss being 20, bro.
But I'm the same as you, man. Nah, but I think what they've done in the market's been good. Other than like Mason Mount,
Good signing. Yeah.
money wise, whatever.
I disagree.
We don't pay the money.
I
That's-
disagree.
That Rasmus Hojland for 70 million.
okay,
like,
we'll get to him.
you better pay off.
We'll get to him because
Yeah.
Anana's a good signing.
But here's how I'll put it. A United fan said the most interesting thing, and I didn't think about this, right? He goes, he's only not worth it if he flops. And that sounds so basic. And
It's
you
true.
go,
No,
it's
very,
true.
very,
But
very
think-
true.
And then the way he presented it was like, when we bought down Donny van der Beek for £35 million, what did we all think? We all thought bargain.
Good signing.
Now, when we look back on it 3 years later, forget the circumstances. Have we got our value for the money?
No chance.
No, so he's flopped.
I don't
and
think
we-
you've got your
and we
value for money out of any players
and we
you've
got-
signed
and
in
we
the
got
last 5
rinsed,
years.
right? And we got rinsed. So
That's the truth, except
no,
Casemiro.
I'm not even, and I agree with that, right? So when you look at the money we've paid for all these players, I kind of sit here and go, if they flop, they flop. Whatever, it's a rip off. If Jadon Sancho, when we bought Sancho, I didn't think we got ripped off for 72 million. But now that I've had 2 years to watch the bloke,
Yeah, you're the first person to say it.
you
too.
know, now I kind of sit here and go, 2 years ago I didn't think that, but he's been here for 2 years. He's gone into his 3rd year. So far, at this point, I don't think 72 million was worth it. But when we paid 72 million for Jadon Sancho, I was like, you know what, young British talent, the numbers he's putting up in the Bundesliga,
Pretty
Champions
good,
League,
yeah.
I don't think we
It
got
all
ripped
makes sense.
off.
It all
You know,
just
and
depends
you-
on
you
Mason
need-
Mount's performances.
And you need hindsight. And the same thing would say about you, Nunes and Anthony. Like, them players, this second season would define whether they're flops or not.
Second and third season are very, very important.
Yeah, you know.
Second more than anything, I think.
And I've beat around the bush to get to my point. What do I think about transfer business? I think it's been good. I think we've done okay.
Depression era.
No, but no, cuz genuinely, I
No,
genuinely,
genuinely, I don't think we've
like,
done.
I genuinely think you have done better than before, and you just signed the players that you need.
But yes and no.
If you get Amrabat, if
Okay,
he
but
goes all the way with
okay.
Hojland and Amrabat, it's
Okay,
perfect.
but genuinely, let's look at it like this, Suey. We haven't sold the players we've got to sell. You're not going to fix the team if you keep the players that we know we don't want to be here. Like, people look at transfer like windows and they all go, it's about who you're bringing, who you're bringing, who you're bringing, who you're bringing. But
Chelsea,
who you bring in, but who you bring in is as important as who you get it. You
who
get
goes
out,
out
right?
of the door.
We still got like I watched the Dortmund game this morning, and bro, the whole team that started was pretty much players that need to be sold.
McTominay, Maguire.
Like McTominay, Maguire. Lindelof you keep because he's actually a good
He's a
backup.
good player. I really rate him.
But who played left? Brandon Williams was left back. He's not going to play left back for us. In the midfield, you had Maguire, you had Donny. Like Donny, all the best to him, but he needs to be sold. Like everyone that started, and it's like, bro, we've got like 10 players there we can sell, and if you sell them for 20 million each,
That's fine.
right? This is me being. For some of them, I'm undervaluing them. For some of them, I'm overvaluing them.
You're just averaging.
Right? But I'm just going to average it. That's 200 M's right there, right? That's 200 M's right there.
Yeah, but who buys them? That's the big problem.
That's the big
that's
thing.
the
But
issue.
I'd say if you want to say we're having a good transfer window, who we bring in is as important as who we sell. I don't think we've brought in enough players because I think we still needed at least another striker. I think we should have signed 2 strikers.
Two?
Two.
You're getting very, very greedy right now.
I'm not getting greedy, but all right.
No, it's actually what they need.
No,
But look at it.
100%.
Okay, you got fucking breadstick biscuit legs. Anthony Martial as one of the strikers.
He's gone, boys.
But who wants? What club is going to
Bro,
honestly?
none of these United players are going anywhere.
Who's going to buy my?
Bro, their wages
My
alone.
dua is accepted if
Their
that's the case.
their wages alone is the main. Like Maguire, who's gonna pay him 300k, bro?
No one.
Who's gonna pay him 300k a week?
This is what I'm trying to say. Like, all right, so
He'd rather stay and
Let's
see out
try-
his contract.
But it's the England captaincy that's even giving him any value to any club, that bloke. Like what they see him do in England is the only thing.
yeah, but he can't play for England if he's not playing for us. and that's what he needs to
Not
get
really.
through his
He's
head.
still playing.
Yeah, but like
He's still
As long as Gareth Southgate is alive,
still gets
Harry Maguire's
But
England.
Southgate said, like, I think 2
Ah!
or 3 months ago.
Again!
That's
Hat
old,
trick!
That's
Ah.
old. You lost it.
Oh, fuck.
Southgate 2 or 3 months ago said he's got to start playing. Like, I can't keep
Oh, look,
picking
see,
him.
there's
like,
the
on
Channel
good
7
faith.
lines.
Yeah, because
You
he
know
needs
what I mean?
he needs match fitness too.
But
So what do you rate it, man? Hojland. I wanted to speak about. I wanted to speak about.
Yeah.
I wanted to speak about that Rasmus
Rasmus.
Hojland.
Yeah.
Right now,
Erling Haaland.
I had my eye on this guy like a year ago.
Erling Haaland.
I really
from
thought.
Temu,
I really
just
thought if he
quietly.
played more often for Atlanta, he will get his big move and he'll be proven by then. Like you can say. You can say this guy's, like with Nunes at Benfica, that second season he had, he shocked the world. But from what I hear, he doesn't really play that often. I think he's got Muriel.
He's scored 9 league goals in 20 appearances.
Yeah, which is it's not that bad really for someone that's coming on, not playing proper games. But what do you think, bro? Because I told Mehmz this for 70 million is expensive, right? It is, but here's the other part. This market's crazy, bro.
Not just this
Like
market,
you
but-
can't touch a striker for that much money anymore.
Exactly. So,
Like Osimhen had one great season. Osimhen's been a killer. Let's.
Yeah.
I know people don't watch Serie A, but he's been a gun, right? But one good season that he won whatever he won, and that won 150 for him. Harry Kane, you can't touch him for under 120
and he's not, and so Tottenham, not even just 120. Tottenham don't want to sell
to any English club, and I get that. And then you got Isaac when he came in, he was 70, 80 mil, whatever, 60, 70, 80 mil. That's in the old market. That's before.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So the inflation's crazy. So if Hojland comes in and scores 25 goals a season, he's worth every
Not
dollar.
even
That's
that.
hard.
No, not even that. All right, let's
20
say,
goals.
No, here's the thing. Hojland could come in and score, I reckon, 25 to 30 goals, all comps.
All
I'm
comps,
not going
yeah.
to say league goals, all comps, right? So I'm talking Carabao Cup, FA
Everything.
Cup, Champions League, and the league. I could see him getting 25 goals because Marcus Rashford did 30 goals from the wing,
Yeah.
right, in all comps. Like, I don't think 25 all comps to your strike, given you're not going to have competition as well
Yeah.
up top. So I think what I worry about the Haaland and why you say to me, I know you said I'm being greedy, but what happens if second, third game in, bro, Haaland pulls his head?
No, I only say greedy because of the situation with ownership, the ownership situation.
But he does, what ownership situation?
Like
I haven't had a thing for 7 weeks.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. Like, who's going to buy you?
We don't know because no
They
one
got
said
swept
anything
under
about
the rug.
7
So
weeks.
I don't think
Yeah,
your
it's
owners are
fucking-
going to spend money for two strikers. That's all I'm saying about greediness.
Yeah, but the owners don't even look like they're going to leave at this stage, bro.
Shout out to Rio Ferdinand and Zach Alshar. Every week
bro,
they get a shout out.
Bro, it's like having a house that's got a leaking toilet, like, and you're trying to put it on the market for sale. Like, you got to fix the toilet still. Just because you're going to leave the house and you want to sell, doesn't mean you don't fix the toilet.
Yeah, you
You're
still
like,
have to fix it.
You still got to fix it before you sell it. Like, that's how I look at it. Yeah, what was I saying? Hojland? I think Hojland, I don't want to put too much pressure on him. I think he's young. He's 20. But I think what's good is he's gone to, like, again, back to the development manager. He's gone to a manager and he's going to be developed by the way the manager wants to see him. Like, we're not buying the finished article. And the one thing I've liked about this window more than others is, one, we've gone for players who aren't the top in their position yet, but can become the top with the right application.
Perfect Ten Hag
the right
kind of
coach.
players.
I like that a lot more because bro, I've sat here and seen us sign Di Maria, seen us sign
He fucking won't let that Di
Pogba,
Maria one go.
Cavani.
bro, like I've seen us sign
Ronaldo.
established players, and I'd rather take a gamble on a player that's not established, in my opinion.
And he
Because
can build
Because
towards
if
it.
Hojland comes in and has 2 good seasons, we make that 70 million back easy.
And he's a keeper. Like, you
Right.
keep him.
You can keep him, or Real Madrid can come knocking, and you go, see ya, bro, you can go.
And then you get-
150, 200 million. See ya, and you've made your
And
money
then
back.
Glazers pocket all of it.
Yeah, they will probably. They will. So I don't think it's a bad signing. And like what you said, bro, that the striker market's fucked because the other alternative we're looking at was Colomani, the French kid.
Fucking, that's expensive too.
80 million pounds starting.
he's not even worth it, bro.
Which translates to about 90 to 100 million euros. Like, what are you gonna buy?
Nah, I'll be real with you. He's not worth it.
Like,
Like,
for
people look at
strikers,
that World Cup and stuff and say,
What striker are you gonna? You can't buy a striker for under 50 million in this current market.
unless you're
Like, if you can find a striker for under 50 million to play for a top 6 club, I don't want to hear this shit about Mitrovic and Taremi and all these. I'm talking about like a Champions League quality type striker who's going to come into the Premier League in one of the top 4 to top 6 teams for under 50 million. Please send him my way.
I'm
Because
stressing
I
for
don't
us,
know
bro.
who. And Mehmz can tell me if you got someone you can find. Because if you're going to say Haaland,
Mehmz is gonna fall asleep. He hates United talk. Look at him.
no, but I want to know. Like, if you got a
Nah,
name,
there isn't.
I'm
There
here for
isn't.
it.
There isn't, bro. I'm worried about Liverpool, bro. Straight up, I really think we'll struggle this season.
And that's where I have to cut him off because this is going to go for another hour.
I don't know, bro. We have to work, man. We have to get our business done, bro. We need Lavia. We need another midfielder. Hey, I'm still saying that shit.
This guy signed midfielders. They signed two, but they let go.
They let go of two cunts. They wanted me to keep talking about it. I have one more thing. I think Chelsea are gonna cook this season.
Yep.
I really think
we'll cut it. We'll cut it up next week, I reckon.
Okay, let's get
Because that's going to be the week before.
Preview next week.
It's going to be the week before Community Shield.
Who's plays Community Shield?
It's next weekend.
Arsenal,
Who
Man
plays
City.
Arsenal, Man City?
Yeah,
Arsenal win that.
yeah. We're gonna.
I think Man City don't give a fuck about the Community Shield.
We're gonna cook that one. Nah, I reckon they want every trophy.
Only because
Give me all of them.
Only because Arteta's across the other side, huh?
Yeah, that's the
Old
reason.
City dog.
That's been episode 54. Thank you for tuning in. If you've made it this far and you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button already. I don't know what you're doing with yourself, sitting around watching people's videos without subscribing to them.
Yeah, so
Disgusting.